Now on Good Morning Northwest, the newest homeless shelter controversy. Why a group tasked with overseeing 2 shelters is being stripped of a city contract, and who will take it over.
A dry day today, but the winds are going to be firing up a little bit. Showers moving in soon. We're going to have the when and where coming your way.
And messages of hate graffitied in Spokane. Coming up, what they're promoting and what's being done about it. You're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. Good morning and thanks for being with us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Thursday, October 27th. It's a chilly start. Let's get to Mark with your first alert forecast.
Yeah, we're into the mid-30s and we may very well be becoming accustomed to these cool mornings, but boy, you got a little bit of wind out there and that puts that wind chill and makes it feel like it's in the 20s. So we take a look at the 4 things you need to know. Clouds and breezy today with some breaks into the afternoon. Friday morning showers expected now. Sunday night rain. That's going to take us into a wet start to Halloween. It's how it finishes that's going to count. That wind forecast, we are going to see, and this is going to be 1, 2, 3 o'clock. We're going to see these winds gust out of the south, and then they're going to calm down overnight. Our highs today are going to be in the low 50s. We're going to see St. Mary's at 50. Look at areas around Sandpoint at 47 degrees. Again, some sun breaks expected. But your morning drive, oh, it's going to be a cool one with clouds. 37 by 8, 9 o'clock should be in the upper 30s.
This hour from the Breaking Now desk, a situation we're continuing to follow closely here. The city of Spokane is set to vote for the Salvation Army to take over the Trent and Cannon shelters today. The Guardians Foundation currently operates those shelters, but the city says it's at risk of not making payroll and operational requirements. The city says that kind of instability could lead to a shutdown, which would put 200 to 300 people back on the street.
Hoping they'll give us all the details tomorrow, but it's not just that their employee confessed to embezzling money. It's more their response to it and the delay in telling us about it and other things that the administration's been looking at.
The city of Spokane is set to vote this afternoon at 12:30 p.m. When that vote comes down, we'll be sure to update you online on KXLY.com. If approved, the Salvation Army will take over as shelter operator for both the Trent and the Cannon Street shelters midnight, October 31st. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thank you. The Department of Transportation says it's working on clearing out Camp Hope, but it doesn't have a concrete deadline. The East Spokane Business Association says that's not acceptable, and it now has a date of its own in mind. It wants the camp gone by Thanksgiving. One of the affected businesses is, of course, Fred Meyer. Missing carts is just one of the many problems the grocery store says it's dealing with. The manager says his customers and employees are constantly facing aggression, harassment, and theft. The restrooms have often been closed because of drug use, and the parking lot is a breeding ground for crime.
People have been abducted and raped in our parking lot. We have had fights break out in our parking lot with people being seriously injured, requiring medical attention. We have people conducting prostitution transactions in our parking lot.
Jesse Smith has been the store manager there since 2018 and says the spike in crime started when the camp moved in. Spokane police say violent crime within a quarter mile of the camp is up 114% compared to the last 3 years, and property crime is up 81% in that area. In our For the People election coverage, we're taking a closer look at the race for governor in Idaho.
It's a crowded ballot with less than 2 weeks to go before Election Day. These 5 people are all on your ballot. Republican Brad Little and Democratic challenger Stephen Haidt got the most votes in the primary. One of the defining issues concerning voters this midterm election is abortion rights. Governor Little and his opponent are taking different approaches. Democratic challenger Stephen Haidt says he is a Christian and believes in women's rights to choose.
People shouldn't be telling other people what they can and can't do with their bodies. I don't think the government should have that power.
Current Idaho governor and Republican nominee Brad Little says he is pro-life, but wants to wait to see what the federal court says about abortion issues. However, in March, he signed one of the nation's strictest abortion bans into law.
The Idaho Supreme Court has got 2 or 3 cases they put together. The federal courts have got an issue there. So we need to see those balls are still in the air, and we need to see where they land.
Both candidates say they are hoping for high voter turnout in the November 8th election.
All right, another race we are keeping an eye on is the race for U.S. Senate in Washington. This weekend, Republican candidate Tiffany Smiley and Democratic incumbent Patty Murray will face off again in Seattle. You can watch that town hall right here on 4 News Now this Sunday at 5. or stream it on KXLY.com or on our streaming app, KXLY Plus. All right, Halloween is right around the corner, and we know many of you love having a unique display.
If you like your Halloween creepy, we have the perfect shopping destination this morning. Destiny Richards is live at Petunia and Loomis, a really interesting store, and lots to see there.
There really is so much to see here. Petunia and Loomis has been here on West Riverside since January. They have all kinds of spooky, scary, macabre, creepy, terrifying, horrible, but honestly very cool stuff here if you're definitely into spooky stuff. And it's not just in Halloween, but every single day of the year they're going to be here selling stuff for Halloween. So make sure you come on by and we'll give you a sneak peek at all the spooky here on Good Morning Northwest.
I don't want that guy peeking over me.
You know? Yeah, me neither. Because we already have that guy peeking at us. It's now 6:06. I mean, you don't look like that guy.
No. I clown around, but I hate clowns. Scary. All right, coming up yesterday, 48 degrees. Will be warmer than that, but we're going to have some additional winds. That's going to be the conversation we're going to have. And when we might see that next round of light rain.
Also ahead, the U.S. is about to test launch a hypersonic rocket. What it'll do and why the rush to get it in the air.
And signs of a hate group showing up, painted on a Spokane bridge and on the Gonzaga campus. What a founder of GU's Center for Hate Studies says needs to happen in response.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
I'm Jonah, and I'd like to welcome you to the brand new Coeur d'Alene Nissan. You'll find the grand dealership lobby open, comfortable, and relaxing. A service center with state-of-the-art equipment committed to getting you quickly and safely back on the road. There's much more to experience. I'm inviting you to stop in and see us. We're just off Highway 95 in Coeur d'Alene.
In America, we have a pressure from every quarter trying to destroy the opportunity for people to be able to build their own futures. We see an economy that has gone from the strongest economy that we have seen to one in which we have raging inflation. Our borders must be protected. We are seeing unprecedented entry, 2 million illegal entries, with the drugs and the violence that comes with it. I'm going to fight to make sure that we stop those problems. I'm Mike Crapo, and I approve this message.
My husband and I have had the Harvester for about 13 years. If there's anything you want to know about Spangle, come in and find out at the Harvester. Avista contacted us about a business partner program to upgrade our lights to LED lights. Between the energy efficient rebates that we got and the grant, it was completely free to us. On our energy bill, we're saving about $500 a month. Everything has gone up, so that savings has been a huge help to the restaurant.
I'm a staunch Republican, but Al French has got to go. He is ruining our neighborhood. French pushed through an asphalt plant which destroyed protected wetlands that were essential for recharging our wells. He wouldn't meet with impacted homeowners, and he doesn't care about our water quality or property rights. 20 years of backroom politics has him dug in deeper than an Alabama tick in developers' back pockets. It's time for a change.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
Save, save, save your green at Jennifer's Auto Sales and Service.
All right, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The U.S. military will test launch a rocket today with experiments for hypersonic weapons development.
This comes after the military completed a successful test launch Wednesday to collect information on components of hypersonic missiles, including heat-resistant materials and high-end electronics. The Pentagon has made the development of hypersonic weapons one of its top priorities after China conducted successful hypersonic launches last year, and Russia has begun using hypersonic missiles in its war on Ukraine.
Former President Donald Trump has announced a Florida rally that will prominently feature Senator Marco Rubio, but will not include Governor Ron DeSantis, even though he's currently running for re-election in the state. The rally comes as the relationship between Trump and DeSantis, once allies, has grown distant ahead of a possible presidential showdown in 2024.
Ford and Volkswagen, two of the world's largest automakers, are shutting down their joint effort to develop self-driving cars. Ford says it has concluded the technology is further away from coming to showrooms than it thought. So it is taking a $2.7 billion hit to pull out of the startup Argo AI. Ford now says it'll focus on simpler driver-assisted technologies that have proven easier to develop and bring to market.
Thursday morning, 10-second takeaway before you now. Cloudy, it's cold and breezy, so grab some layers as you head out. A scarf perhaps, or a hat. Grab a jacket. High today, 53 degrees.
The Patriot Front emblem has been spotted in multiple parts of Spokane. Spray-painted messages representing the white nationalist group were seen on both the Monroe Street Bridge and at Gonzaga University this week.
Patriot Front was part of the Unite the Right rally in 2017, and 31 members were arrested during a Pride event in Coeur d'Alene just this summer, found in the back of a U-Haul wearing riot gear. On the Gonzaga campus, this is what The Wall, a place where students often paint announcements, looked like before it was painted over. A similar scene on the Monroe Street Bridge with multiple Patriot Front logos painted across the structure. They've since been painted over there as well. 4 News Now spoke with a founding member of the Center for Hate Studies at Gonzaga University, who arrived in Spokane 48 years ago when the Aryan Nation moved into the region.
Need to get people to care about something, to draw boundaries around what they value versus what they will not tolerate. Not be violent about it, but to be very clear about it. This is who we are and this is what we're for.
Dr. Raymond Reyes says when these hate messages or symbols make appearances in our community, people must remain firm in opposition and speak out. You can watch Jordan Smith's full story on our website, KXLY.com. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is 6:12.
King County finds Facebook's parent company. Coming up a little later in the newscast, why the county is slapping Meta with a $25 million fine.
And are you looking for some last-minute Halloween shopping ideas? Destiny Richards is up after the break at Oddity Store Petunia in Loomis. You'll want to see what's there besides this guy.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
This time of year, conditions can change drastically in minutes. For weather that extreme, you need the 4 News Now First Alert Weather Team. Online, on the air, and on the app. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
You hear stories every single day of people being mugged or shot.
I've been accosted by homeless people and drug addicts.
It is absolutely not safe.
We're lifelong Democrats.
I have voted for Patty Murray many times.
At least 5 times.
But I just can't do it this time.
We're voting for Tiffany Smiley.
Vote Tiffany Smiley.
Tiffany Smiley is the right person for the job.
She gives me hope.
I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
The nonstop sirens. This is why you don't vote for Patty Murray. It never used to be like this.
Have you been dreaming of upgrading your truck with exterior styling or custom accessories?
Or tricking out your interior with leather kits and heated seats?
Well, wake up, because Parker Extreme can help make your dream rig a reality.
Stop in and get advice from our skilled Parker Extreme team. They have the knowledge and experience to help you make the right choice for your car, truck, or SUV.
Your dream truck is here at Parker Toyota Extreme. You just haven't built it yet.
True's going to school now. I'm leaving her there, and she's crying. My daughter was like, deuces, like, peace, I'm gonna be good. That would have been so much easier.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
Long ago, Patty Murray said,
I believe that there's a place for real people in government.
Then Murray went to this Washington, the place of 30-year career politicians, record inflation, extreme gridlock. It's time for change. Tiffany Smiley, nurse, mom of 3, military wife, and veterans advocate. 30 years is long enough. It's Tiffany's time for real change. ESA Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hi, I'm Chris with Clark's Tire and Automotive. Right now is the best time to get your vehicle in to get it checked over. Come on in for a free winter inspection. We're going to check your brakes, shocks, struts, tires, air filter, wiper blades, and your heating and cooling system to make sure you're winter ready. If you can't make it into one of our shops, give us a call. We now have a mobile service. We offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile parts and labor warranty. We support our local law enforcement, our schools, our nurses and doctors, and we're here to support you. Come and try us out. We are a friendly neighborhood service repair center.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
It is now 6:16. You need some last-minute decor for Halloween or props for your costume? Well, Petunia and Loomis has the stuff you're looking for.
In fact, they'll have it even after Halloween is over. The Oddity store in downtown Spokane is known for selling strange and unusual items every day. We've seen some of them already. Destiny Richards is live there this morning, giving us a peek around.
Yeah, there's really so much here that you can't name it all in one morning, but you have to come by here on West Riverside and see Petunia and Loomis for yourself. We are here with Jesse. He's the store manager. For those just waking up with us, tell us about Petunia and Loomis, what people can see here.
We've like an eclectic mix of like macabre and bizarre oddities, lots of strange things that you wouldn't see every day, antiques, just everything weird that you don't see every day. So we've got bones, taxidermy, labware, all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, and there's some stuff that you wouldn't really think about for like Halloween decor, for example, like just some beakers or an old syringe, things like that that could go into some spooky decor for people.
Yeah, we've got some great stuff that would make good props for Halloween costumes. We don't focus a lot on costumes, but we've got everything else spooky. Yeah. We've got lots of stuff that you could put with your costume, but also just stuff to deck out your house that isn't like traditional Halloween decorations.
Yeah, and have you had more people come in for Halloween? You guys have been open since January, though.
Yeah, we've definitely, Spokane's definitely embraced us in the 9 months that we've been open, but yeah, we've definitely been busier for Halloween, so.
All right, you guys are going to be open every day of the week, including on Halloween. We'll take a closer look at some of the stuff that you can get here before the holiday comes up on Monday. I'll send it back to you guys.
So cool.
It's just really fun to like see what's popping up. Oh, there's just a mannequin head and a baby buggy, and then there's
The more we peek around, it kind of reminds me of that Yield Curiosity Shop in the Wharf in Seattle. You know, like just some of those weird oddities.
All right, so we've got the Ghost Ball Saturday night.
Oh, you do, yeah.
I copped out horribly. I'm going to be a taco. I mean,
and it's not even Tuesday.
Yeah, it's not even Tuesday. Wouldn't it be great if it was?
Taco Tuesday proponent we know.
But still, I'm copping out when you look at that. That's some cool stuff. All right, let's take a look at the cool forecast that we have. Breezy conditions into the valley, gusts to 19 miles an hour. We're going to have winds that are going to be anywhere from 15 to 20 miles an hour at times today, with gusts to 25. So we want you to be prepared for that. Bring down that umbrella shade in the backyard before you head to work this morning. Otherwise, it could be tipped over. 53 degrees for the high today, which is about average for this time of year. Tonight, temperatures into the mid-30s. Clearly, it is going to be cool tomorrow morning. So we should be getting used to wearing layers and finding that winter gear. 34 into Deer Park right now. Again, officially 36, but 41 Liberty Lake, 41 Spokane Valley with the winds. Makes it feel like 30. So again, a little bit of a wind chill. We look at the wind forecast, and we're really going to see this fire up, you know, noon, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then that sun sets, everything calms down. We look at the forecast radar, and it's here that we see just a little bit of that shower expected for Friday morning. Not expecting a lot here. Mountain snows still continue, and then we get a nice break. We have more energy building up in the Gulf of Alaska. That's going to be Sunday evening into Monday for rain showers as we look at our planning forecast. 54 on Saturday, Sunday 53 again. Increased clouds, chance of showers into Halloween. Mountain snows as well. but it's Tuesday, Wednesday. The overnight lows down to 30, rain or rain-snow mixed Wednesday morning. We're going to keep an eye on that. So, guys, pay attention. Here's where we see everything just fall off the face of the earth. I mean, here's where we see cold temperatures come in. We're going to be in the 50s. That is at or above average. And then next week, we start to see some cold temperatures coming in.
Yeah, so from like 75 to 42 in like a week and a half.
Yeah, hello. Hello, fall.
Rude.
Crazy.
It's now 6:20. The defending Pac-12 champs are in Pullman tonight for a showdown with the Cougs.
It's WSU's first Thursday night football game in 9 years. Why head coach Jake Dickert has been doing everything he can to make sure fans are in the stands on a school night. Next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
What's the only thing better than one Pint House Burgers and Brews? How about 2? We are now open in the Spokane Valley. The same great sports and music videos, friendly staff and servers, gourmet burgers and ice-cold brews. Pint House Burgers and Brews, now open in the Spokane Valley.
Is your home ready to make warm memories this holiday season? Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. From Roman shades and screens to draperies and shutters, Factory Rep Blinds has every type of window treatment from all the major brands. Not only do they install at no extra charge, but they'll bring samples to you. Call for your free consultation at 509-327-9637. That's 509-327-9637. Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. We do the work. You enjoy the results.
I'm Chris Jordan. As Assistant Attorney General, my profession is public safety. I'm a union member and fourth-generation Spokanite running to be your commissioner. I'll target root causes of crime with smart investments. We can boost affordable housing options and childcare and take the politics out of homelessness, working together as a region for real solutions. Let's build a future in Spokane County where working families can thrive. I'd be honored to have your vote.
You've been hearing about it, and now we've got it at Post Falls Volkswagen, the ID4 electric SUV. This SUV has a space, warranty, technology that buyers want at a price that's competitive.
Come into Post Falls Volkswagen and reserve your ID4 electric SUV, and we'll fill up your gas tank. It's easy to reserve yours. Come into Post Falls Volkswagen and get started and never feel the pain at the pump again.
The ID4 electric SUV, see it and reserve yours today at Post Falls Volkswagen.
There's a clear choice for Senate. While Tiffany Smiley stood with Mitch McConnell and the big drug companies to oppose lowering the cost of prescription drugs, Patty Murray is busy working for us.
I worked with Democrats and Republicans to ban surprise medical bills, and I led the fight to pass legislation to lower the cost of prescription drugs, including capping insulin at $35 a month. I'm Patty Murray. I approve this message to focus on what really matters, you.
What do you get when ice-cold beer, gourmet burgers, sports, and the Pint House brand come together? Good times. That's right. Pint House Burgers and Brews is now open at the former Good Times Pub location in the Spokane Valley. It will always be good times at the new Valley Pint House Burgers and Brews.
Washington State head coach Jake Dickert is doing everything he can to make sure the Cougars show up against Utah. Dickert is hoping the fans show up as well. A Thursday game in Pullman means Wazoo might not have the home field advantage it's used to. The last time Washington State hosted a Thursday night game in Pullman was 2013 against Arizona State. It was Wazoo's lowest attendance total for that entire season, and it resulted in a loss. When asked why Cougs fans should show up for tonight's game, head coach Jake Dickert said, why not?
To have the defending Pac-12 champions come into our place, what an opportunity to show who we are as Cougs. Okay, so my question is, why not show up, right? We've been in Pullman businesses, we've been with the student body, we've been with Greek life. I mean, there's a lot of people that we're committed to being great here. Okay, and these are those moments on a Thursday night when there's a lot of things you could do, when you could watch it from TV, show up, support your team.
The Cougs need all the help they can get. They're taking on number 14 Utah, set for 7 o'clock tonight from Martin Stadium. And we'll have live coverage from Pullman before the game right here on 4 News Now. That'll wrap us up for sports.
Well, King County Superior Court fined Facebook's parent company, Meta, $25 million for repeatedly violating campaign finance disclosure law. Washington requires companies with ad sales like Meta to show the names and addresses of people who buy campaign ads. They also have to disclose the target of those ads and how the ads were paid for and the total number of views. Meta has violated those requirements more than 800 times.
And we want to remind you there's still time to send us your photos for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Whether you are battling breast cancer, celebrating someone who's beat it, remembering someone you lost, or just supporting the work being done to find a cure. Share your Together for a Cure photo on KXLY.com all month long. One random entry will win an incredible spa package from the Davenport, courtesy of Cancer Care Northwest. All you have to do to share those photos, you can do it now through the end of the month on KXLY.com.
Yeah, we want to see him. Well, Adventure is this 8-year-old's middle name. Seriously, it's his legal middle name. And right now, Sam Adventure Baker is on a mission to become the youngest person ever to make it to the top of Yosemite's El Capitan with his dad, Joe. We told you about this fella earlier this week. The father-son duo trained for a year and a half to scale the 3,000-foot-high rock formation. That's 2.5 times the size of the Empire State Building.
It was an epic adventure with my dad.
And they hang by their fingers or anchors the entire time and even sleep while dangling from the side of the rock carrying water and sleeping gear. With them, the National Park Service says there are an average of 100 accidents from climbing in Yosemite National Park every year, but the Baker boys say the risk is part of the reward. Wish them best of luck, but
and much safety.
Yes, we'll be worried the whole time. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:26.
Time for a commercial break and a first look at what's coming up on GMA at 7.
In this morning's GMA's First Look, a parenting alert, kids and gambling.
If you have a phone on you and you have connection to the internet, you can gamble whenever you want.
Steve is an 18-year-old speaking candidly about his gambling addiction, which began at age 15. He's asked to be in shadow, to use a different name, and alter his voice to hide his identity.
All it took was playing dice. From there, it just kind of grew.
How much did you win?
It's a couple $100.
Teenagers and young people are significantly at higher risk of developing gambling disorder than adults, in part because their brains are not fully developed, just like they are with substance use disorders. Their ability to evaluate risk, their ability to handle loss isn't as secure as an adult.
And we'll have more on this important parenting alert coming up at 7 a.m. with your GMA First Look. I'm Juju Chang.
There's nothing like volunteering at the fire department.
There's nothing like hitting the waves.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't always been easy.
Since my skin was so irritated and itchy.
And even worse with all my gear on.
Now, I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema. So adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
At Coeur d'Alene Wigs, we have that great hair day every day waiting for you. Change your style in a matter of minutes to suit the occasion or your mood. So many possibilities await. From full wigs for a completely new look to toppers and ponytails to enhance your current style. Coeur d'Alene Wigs carry styles for the whole family. Appointments recommended, walk-ins welcome. Coeur d'Alene Wigs, where it's a great hair day every day.
For essential security needs at an economical price, there's the AM series from American Security. Protect cash, valuables, and sensitive documents from theft and fire. from the most trusted name in the industry. 2 layers of fire protection material earns the popular AM series a 45-minute ETL fire rating, providing peace of mind by protecting people's most valuable possessions.
Available at Safe and Vault store in the Spokane Valley.
When the weather outside is frightful, your home or office can be delightful. American craftsmanship is getting harder to find and even harder to experience, but not with Vermont Casting. Stoves and inserts are hand-built with you in mind. No detail is too small. The result? Timeless furniture, quality beauty that delivers efficient heat to your home. Vermont Casting is handcrafted to set your living space apart in style and in comfort. Visit our showroom for gas, wood, and pellet stoves. Andy's Heating and Cooling since '72, thanks to you.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker starts with some local breaking news.
Brand new on our website this morning, Boeing is investing $5 million in a new student center for the Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture on WSU's Pullman campus. The Boeing Center for Student Success will occupy an entire floor of the Schweitzer Engineering Hall and provide students access to tutoring, mentoring, advising, and career services. It is the top story right now on KXLY.com.
And more breaking news, the drivers of these vehicles were each taken by life flight to the hospital, sustaining serious injuries this morning. According to Washington State Patrol, traffic was blocked in both directions on 395 in Ferry County near the Barstow Bridge. The crash happened just after midnight. WSP says one of the drivers was arrested for vehicular assault and that drugs and/or alcohol were a factor in the crash.
Well, this Saturday is National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day. That's when the DEA and law enforcement will accept prescription drug disposals at designated sites throughout Spokane between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. There are several locations, including Yokes in Airway Heights, Cops Northwest, and several police stations and sheriff's offices. For the complete list, you can find this article on KXLY.com.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Thursday, October the 27th. Mark Peterson here with a look at that first alert forecast. A lot of people wondering what it's going to be like in Pullman tonight.
It is going to be, well, temperatures, again, are going to be in the low 40s throughout the game. You're going to have cloudy conditions, breezy conditions, so you're going to want to dress appropriate for fall football. For this morning, we've got dark condition. Our sunrise is at 7:27, by the way. 36 currently, winds to 7 miles an hour, makes it feel like it's 30 degrees. The 4 things that you're going to need to know, and we're going to focus on the clouds and breezy conditions today. That potential for Friday morning showers, Sunday night's rain that takes us into the wet start to Halloween. We'll cover that. The wind forecast, yeah, it's going to be an afternoon event. We're going to see that between noon and 3, really, and then things calm down as we get later on into the evening. Our highs today are going to be in the low 50s. 53 is what we're expecting. Ritzville, 54 degrees. Again, partly cloudy conditions this afternoon. You might need some sunglasses, but 53, again, that high for today.
This morning, we are tracking new details on the St. Louis school shooting.
Yeah, it led to a teenager being arrested for shooting and killing a student and a teacher inside a high school. Sydney Charles has been following this story. So, Sydney, what else have you been learning about this?
Yes, we've uncovered some disturbing new information here. We now know that just this month, the suspect's mother worked with police to take away her son's gun. That's according to St. Louis police. They say that the shooter's mother called them on October 15th, saying she wanted her son's firearm taken away. But police say the 19-year-old was lawfully permitted to have the weapon, so they did not remove it. Instead, a third party took the gun.
We worked with our department to transfer that to an adult who could legally possess one.
Investigators did not identify the third party, and they're still trying to determine how the teen got the gun back. Now, that is the same AR-15 style rifle he allegedly used to open fire inside his former high school, killing sophomore Alex Bell and health teacher Jean Kushka. Authorities have said that the gunman had more than 600 rounds of ammunition when he died in a shootout with officers, but they have not revealed how the gunman broke into the school. They're actually saying that that information might inspire a copycat.
Just awful. Just awful.
And 600 rounds, the damage could have been so much worse.
Absolutely.
All right.
Sydney, thanks. A student at East Valley High School is facing charges after district officials say she hit a teacher. Law enforcement was called to East Valley High School in Spokane Valley earlier this week, right before lunchtime. Superintendent Brian Talbot tells 4 News Now the student hit a staff member but could not say what prompted the violence. That student was taken into custody and she now faces assault charges. Talbot says the teacher was shaken up by the incident but is otherwise okay. He says no one should put their hands on another person. A full investigation's underway.
Spokane Valley police are searching for the person responsible for stabbing a teenager. It happened near the Centennial Trail off of East Indiana and North Flora in the valley, where the victim and another teen were shooting a pellet gun. One of them says he walked away into the trees and heard his friend yell. He told deputies when he looked back, he saw a person in all black clothing running away. He called for help and the victim was taken to the hospital where he remains in critical condition. Anyone with information here is asked to call Crime Check. That number's on your screen right now, 456-2233.
Hospitals all over the country are now facing tough times and reaching capacity as a high volume of kids are coming down with illnesses caused by the flu, COVID-19, RSV, or a combination. Pediatric hospital beds in 9 states and Washington, D.C. have already reached above 80% capacity. Another 5 states are above 90%.
I'm worried that things are going to get worse. We'll see the rise of respiratory illnesses continue, especially as you add in influenza and COVID into the mix.
The virus that causes RSV can be especially dangerous for infants with small airways. Doctors say parents should know the signs of respiratory distress, like flaring of the nostrils and using extra muscles to breathe. Doctors say if your child does get sick and is congested, try using a cold humidifier, nasal suctioning, or nasal sprays to help keep them a little bit more comfortable.
Well, after 36 drawings in a row with no grand prize winner, the Powerball jackpot now stands at $800 million. No ticket matched all 6 numbers in Wednesday's drawing, which was estimated at $700 million. The cash value of the prize is now nearly $384 million. How many things you could do with all that money, right?
I'm going to daydream.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
All right. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:36.
Okay, Mark, we're talking about some winds today.
Yeah, the winds adding to these temperatures into the mid-30s. If you're walking to a bus, hanging out there for 5-10 minutes, you're going to feel it. So we want to make sure everyone's ready for that. Gust to 19 into the valley. We're going to talk more about that full forecast coming up.
And would Halloween be safer if it was always on a weekend? The renewed push to move trick-or-treating to Saturday when Good Morning Northwest continues.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
It's time for change. It's time to heal the division in our state. As a representative of the people, I will fight for free enterprise and protect small business from the overreaching runaway government. I feel strongly that my skills and experience developed from my professional career are desperately needed in Olympia. It's time for less overreach and more freedom. I'm Suzanne Schmidt for 4th District Representative, Republican.
This is it, your last chance to buy a 2022 RV at Appleway RV in Liberty Lake. We're out to sell all remaining 2022 inventory by October 31st. To do that, we must drastically drop prices, and we are. Choose from over 130 RVs with discounts as high as $75,000 and prices under $24,000 and just $178 a month. They'll sell fast, so hurry to our last chance 2022 RV clearance at Appleway RV in Liberty Lake. Family adventure starts here.
September 7th was horrible.
All hell broke loose.
80% of the town lost their homes. My family's home burned to the ground.
It was just heartbreaking.
Kathy was there for us.
Not taking political sides. She's done a lot.
Put her name on the line to help here.
Kathy helped us start the journey to rebuilding.
She went above and beyond. She genuinely, actually cares.
I'm Kathy McMorris-Rogers, and I approve this message.
Chihuahua Casino's annual Halloween Boo Bash is this Saturday, October 29th. This year's theme is Heroes and Villains. Dress up in your favorite Heroes and Villains Halloween costume. You could win your share of $1,800 cash, cash prizes, and door prizes, costume contest, music with Key 101, jackpots, food, and fun. Chihuahua Casino is the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking. Learn more at ChihuahuaCasino.com.
In America,
We have a pressure from every quarter trying to destroy the opportunity for people to be able to build their own futures. We see an economy that has gone from the strongest economy that we have seen to one in which we have raging inflation. Our borders must be protected. We are seeing unprecedented entry, 2 million illegal entries, with the drugs and the violence that comes with it. I'm going to fight to make sure that we stop those problems. I'm Mike Crapo, and I approve this message.
It is now 6:39. Around the Northwest this morning, Seattle police and federal authorities announced a massive drug bust with 17 suspects, 110 guns, and 330,000 fentanyl pills.
The first half of this investigation received 330,000 pills of fentanyl. 330,000.
The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of Washington says the drug smugglers were bringing big loads of meth, heroin, cocaine, and fentanyl across the Mexican border. The FBI and DEA carried out search warrants at 14 locations throughout Washington, Oregon, and California. According to investigators, 2 separate drug cartels are working on growing their operations in the Seattle area.
Also in Seattle, Vice President Kamala Harris announced the federal government wants to help school districts buy new electric school buses. They'll give almost $1 billion in rebates to schools across the country.
When I think about what the experience should be for our children of going to school on the school bus, I think about the fact that it should be about maximizing that experience for them, understanding that this bus symbolizes so much about our collective investment in our future.
This plan is part of the EPA's Clean School Bus program, which will consist of buying nearly 2,500 low-emission buses. 95% of them will be electric vehicles. The money will come from the infrastructure law President Biden signed last year.
10-second takeaway. It's a Thursday morning. It's going to be cloudy, cold, breezy at times. Winds in excess of 20 miles an hour, so be aware of that, especially for this afternoon as they're coming home from school. Grab a jacket on the way out. Our high today, 53 degrees.
All right, Halloween just a few days away, and many parents are worried about safety this year.
And we are seeing a renewed push to make trick-or-treating a weekend event in order to improve safety. One study found pedestrian fatalities were 43% higher on Halloween. And decades of data show pedestrians between 4 and 8 years old see a 10-fold increase in fatalities on Halloween night. The editor of the Farmer's Almanac first pushed for this change more than 20 years ago.
If you do it on Saturday, it kind of eliminates the traffic, the business traffic. People don't leave work early to go home, get their costumes, get their children out.
About 160,000 people have signed a petition to establish a national trick-or-treat day on the last Saturday of October. And I just put it on my Facebook page if you want to put your 2 cents in.
Funny, because I just made a Twitter poll asking the same thing.
We want to know.
There you go.
It's now 6:42.
All right, Destiny Richards live at a spooky downtown destination this morning.
We've been here this morning at Petunia and Loomis, checking out all of the crazy things that they have for sale here year-round, not just before Halloween. Coming up, we'll take you upstairs where they have a lot more stuff. That's coming up.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers make offers that seem attractive at first, only to lower or cancel at the last minute. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doug, late for a meeting.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Long ago, Patty Murray said,
I believe that there's a place for real people in government.
Then Murray went to this Washington, the place of 30-year career politicians, record inflation, extreme gridlock. It's time for change. Tiffany Smiley, nurse, mom of 3, military wife, and veterans advocate. 30 years is long enough. It's Tiffany's time for real change. ESA Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated #1 HVAC contractor in the Northwest. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning would like to introduce our own carbon reduction program. Buy a new energy-efficient furnace from Bill's Heating and receive a matching air conditioner with installation absolutely free. No hidden fees, no conditions, no exceptions. Buy a furnace, get a free AC from Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call today for estimates and repairs.
As nature does its magical change from the green of summer to the orange and red of fall, camping in your old tent isn't going to cut it anymore. It's time for you to get a great deal on a motorhome, travel trailer, or fifth wheel from Click It RV during our year-end clearance event. We need to make room for 2023 models. Get 30% off, 0 down, no payments for 90 days, and get a lifetime warranty. Come visit us today on Newport Highway in Spokane and see big savings at Click It RV.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
It's now 6:45. Taxidermy, antique decor, tarot cards, and even animal bones. One store in downtown Spokane carries it all and much more.
Yeah, Petunia and Loomis is the place to get stocked up on strange items this Halloween season. Destiny Richards is live there giving us a look at what's on those shelves.
Yeah, so if you're not wanting, the animal bones, the skeletons, that's totally fine. There's a section up here just for the basic Halloween needs. We're here with Jesse. Tell us about the stuff you brought out, just this week for people.
We basically just added a lot of splashes of orange, pumpkins, anything like traditional kind of Halloween style are things that we've added. There's stuff that'll get packed away after Halloween. We'll still have all the weird, bizarre, and kind of some of the more common Halloween stuff throughout the year, so you can get your Halloween fix in the meantime.
Absolutely. And something else that I want to talk about that you guys do every year, or is it weekly, the tarot card readings?
Yeah, we have a tarot reader that comes in on Saturday and Sundays. And then in the past, we've done the tarot classes, which we'll probably be doing those again, too. So.
All right, nice. Really so much to see and do here, which is very cool. And definitely a cool space here in the Paulson building, which supposedly is haunted.
Oh, yeah. There's been weird stuff going on this month, especially. So there's definitely some history and some things hanging out here.
All right. Well, I will not stay too long to find out about that. But thanks for having us this morning. Again, you can come to Petunia and Loomis. They'll be open through Halloween, on Halloween as well, 11 to 7. So you can come get those last-minute spooky items. We have all the details on our website, KXLY.com. Live at Petunia and Loomis, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
And if you don't know where the Paulson building is, it is basically Washington and Riverside.
Yeah, right there. Right there. And you'll walk, because it's on the ground floor at Petunia and Loomis. Yeah. And I wanted to go in there so much, and I was like, I don't know. Now I got to go in.
You have to.
There's some crazy stuff there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The dolls freak me out. All right, here we go. 38 currently into areas of Coeur d'Alene. They do have winds less than 10 miles an hour. 36 into Spokane. The Valley, we have gusting winds to 19. We'll see winds to 14 miles an hour into the central. These are sustained winds with gusts to 25. And we're going to see, again, more breezy conditions into the Ritzville area and the Central Plain. So just be aware of that as the sun sets. We'll see these winds calm down. So the forecast for the day, 53 degrees. That's about average for this time of year. Not too bad. For tonight, temperatures are going to get cold. We'll get down to 35 degrees. We're winterizing. We're getting things cleared out. We're making sure that, we get the front and backyard, those systems blown out when it comes to the water. So getting things ready for winter. 41 in the Valley right now, 37 into 9 Miles. Spangle, you're at 35 degrees. Over into Post Falls, 36. The wind forecast, again, this is going to be an afternoon event. We'll see these winds gusting between noon and 3. Things should get better around dinner time. The forecast for moisture is coming in for Friday morning. While we'll see snow into the Cascades, that'll push out. They'll dry out for Friday. We'll have a few morning showers and maybe some mountain snows into the northern mountains of Idaho and northwestern Montana. That'll continue to move out. We'll dry out and have more coming in for Sunday. Today's highs, low to mid 50s around our region. Not looking too bad at all. The planning forecast, we're planning on temperatures to maintain low to mid 50s. Friday, 56 again, a brief morning shower, 54 on Saturday, Sunday 53, with evening showers into Monday, which of course is Halloween. Right now, still future models looking at that, looks to be dry for trick-or-treating. Wet roadways, but dry. So we're going to keep an eye on that for you. But then the bottom drops out of our temperature market, much like the 401k. And we're going to be into the 40s, low 40s, overnight lows down to around 30 with the potential for valley snow. Not a winter storm, just that potential. So we're going to keep an eye on that as well.
No.
Oh, boy.
All right, Mark, thank you.
It's now 6:49. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
Yep, thanks so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Thursday morning. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Car Wash Plaza.
I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
A 2-year-old overdosed on fentanyl she found in the park where she played. It's not just our cities. It's killing kids from Bellingham to Pullman because Patty Murray kept our borders open and defunded our police. Now, record rapes, carjacking, murders, and overdoses plague our communities, and victims have nowhere to turn. Who's to blame? Patty Murray. 30 years, and we are less safe.
Every year, the crowds go crazy for the Cal Triple Play of the Day, where you can get tricked out cool trucks or sporty SUVs just in time for winter. And this week, you can delay all games until next year. Get a minimum $2,000 trade-in value for your old ride, plus get a 2-year service maintenance program with every vehicle sold, which is a triple play opportunity this week at all 3 Cal locations.
Celebrate 25 years of magical memories at Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Make your holiday bright with a stay at your favorite hotel on the lake.
They keep us safe, put their lives on the line every day. Yet radicals want to defund the police and give criminals get-out-of-jail-free cards. That's the last thing we need. Law enforcement has a champion, Kathy McMorris Rogers. Kathy says no to defunding the police and voted to secure more funding for local police departments. Endorsed by police and sheriffs, Kathy backs the blue and they back her.
I'm Kathy McMorris Rogers, and I approve this message.
It's time for 4 News Now, Coats for Kids. Just drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate to Coats for Kids through October 31st.
Global Credit Union is very active in our community, and Coats for Kids is one of the causes that we love. And it's not only coats, we also accept cash. So bring your donations to any Global Credit Union branch location, and we'll purchase brand new coats for our community. At Global Credit Union, we love being a part of Coats for Kids.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Thursday in the morning sprint.
City Charles is live with the newest homeless shelter controversy.
Destiny Richards is live at the perfect destination for some scary shopping for Halloween season.
But let's get to Mark Peterson telling us about a windy day ahead, Mark.
Yeah, we are definitely going to see that in our first alert weather and forecast. Your morning drive is going to be temperatures in the 30s, going to be cool, cloudy start. But we are going to see those winds fire up. That's going to be this afternoon between noon and 3. If you're traveling into the central area, Moses Lake, Britsville, you're going to get those winds gusting in excess of 25 miles an hour. So we look at the next 12 hours. We have 44 as we enter the noon hour into the mid 40s, but it's going to be 53 for our high today.
And the city of Spokane is set to vote for the Salvation Army to take over the Trent and Cannon shelters today. The Guardians Foundation currently operates those shelters, but the city says it's at risk of not making payroll and operational requirements. The city says that kind of instability could lead to a shutdown, which would put 200 to 300 people back on the street. The city of Spokane is set to vote this afternoon at 12:30 p.m. If approved, the Salvation Army will take over as shelter operator for both the Trent and the Cannon Street shelters midnight October 31st.
The Department of Transportation says it is working on clearing out Camp Hope, but it doesn't have a concrete deadline. The East Spokane Business Association says that is unacceptable, and it now has its own date in mind. It wants the camp gone by Thanksgiving. One of the affected businesses is the Fred Meyer. The manager says his customers and employees are constantly facing aggression, harassment, and theft. Spokane police say violent crime within a quarter mile of the camp is up 114% compared to the last 3 years.
In our For the People election coverage, we're taking a closer look at the race for Idaho governor. These 5 people are all on the ballot. Republican Brad Little, and Democratic challenger Stephen Height got the most votes in the primary. One of the defining issues concerning voters this midterm election is abortion rights. Current Governor Little and his opponent are taking different approaches. Democratic challenger Height says he believes in women's right to choose. Governor Little says he's pro-life but wants to wait and see what the federal court says about abortion issues. In March, though, Little signed one of the nation's strictest abortion bans into law.
Another race we are keeping a close eye on is the race for U.S. Senate in Washington. This weekend, Republican candidate Tiffany Smiley and Democratic incumbent Patty Murray will face off again, this time in Seattle. You can watch the town hall right here on 4 News Now this Sunday at 5 o'clock, or you can stream it on KXLY.com or our streaming app, KXLY Plus.
Some local breaking news now. Boeing is investing $5 million into a new student center for the Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture on WSU's Pullman campus. The Boeing Center for Student Success will occupy an entire floor of the Schweitzer Engineering Hall and provide students access to tutoring, mentoring, advising, and career services.
More breaking news. The drivers of these vehicles were each taken by life flight to the hospital, sustaining serious injuries. That happened this morning. According to Washington State Patrol, traffic was blocked in Ferry County on 395 in both directions near the Barstow Bridge. The crash happened just after midnight. WSP says one of the drivers was arrested for vehicular assault and that drugs and/or alcohol were a factor in the crash.
We've been live this morning at a strange and spooky store in downtown Spokane. That's Petunia and Loomis. They have so many things here, some oddities, some trinkets that are antiques, and they sell this year-round, not just before Halloween. But if you need some spooky decor or some extra props to go with your Halloween costume, they're going to be open each day and on Halloween. And go to our website, KXLY.com, for more information about the store.
The Patriot Front emblem has been spotted on the Monroe Street Bridge and at Gonzaga University this week. On the Gonzaga campus, that was a wall, a place where students often paint announcements, and it looked like before it was painted over. A similar scene on Monroe Street Bridge. You saw images of it just a second ago with multiple Patriot Front logos painted across the structure. They've since been painted over as well.
Spokane Valley police are searching for the person who stabbed a teenager. It happened near the Centennial Trail off of East Indiana and Flora in the valley, where the victim and another teen were shooting a pellet gun. One of those teenagers says that he walked away into the trees and heard his friend yell. He told deputies when he looked back, he saw a person in all black clothing running away. He called for help, and the victim was taken to the hospital, where he is in critical condition.
All right, coming up next on Good Morning America, a new read on the state of the economy, what the numbers out this morning could tell us about where we are now and what it all means for the possibility of a recession moving forward. Back with Final Check of Weather with Mark coming up right after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
We actually have a new service that we're providing with video banking. We're here to really help them and connect on a way that other institutions really can't.
Cash prizes are alive at Spokane Tribe Casino. Don't miss your chance to steal a share of the $60,000 in Frankenstein fortunes. Join us every Saturday this October, where lucky guests will win scary cash prizes. Any unclaimed prizes will be added to the next week's drawing for a minimum top prize of $5,000. Come claim your share of Frankenstein's fortunes this October only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
This time of year, conditions can change drastically in minutes. For weather that extreme, you need the 4 News Now First Alert Weather Team. Online, on the air, and on the app. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
All right, cloudy start as we take a pan shot as we cross over. You see, it is a dry condition this morning. Temperatures at noon are going to be into the mid-40s, expecting winds this afternoon, gusts to 20 miles an hour. High today is going to be 53 degrees, and then we're going to have 56 for Friday with a brief morning shower expected. Over the weekend, dry during the day, 54 on Saturday, Sunday 53. But we're going to get some evening showers that takes us all the way into Halloween. Trick-or-treating looks to be dry right now, but with some wet roadways, and it's going to be on the cool side.
All right, let's hope it stays dry in the evening on Monday.
It's going to dial that in for us. Hey, we'll see you throughout GMA. It starts now.